Welcome to the most beautiful villages of the Alps. Stretching over 1,200 kilometers across 8 European countries, the Alpine villages are set among valleys and mountainsides, offering wide panoramic views. These landscapes are perfect for a variety of experiences, from relaxation and trekking to skiing, while remaining easily accessible thanks to efficient train systems and cable cars. Formed hundreds of years ago by farming and herding communities, many Alpine villages have preserved a traditional way of life closely connected to nature. One of the most distinctive features is the car-free culture, creating a peaceful atmosphere and an authentic, slow-paced travel experience. From these tranquil settings, our journey begins in a village perched high above, where you can gaze out across a vast valley stretching far below. Wengen, Switzerland. Wengen is a beautiful mountain village located at an altitude of around 1,274 meters on the slopes of the Alps. Set on a rocky terrace overlooking the Lauterbrunnen Valley, a place famous for its dozens of waterfalls cascading down steep cliffs. Because of its isolated position, Wengen can only be reached by the Wengen Alpbahn cogwheel train, creating an atmosphere of complete quietness and fresh mountain air. Wengen developed from a traditional farming village before becoming a famous tourist destination in the late 19th century during the Belle Époque period. Its historic wooden hotels and characteristic chalets have been carefully preserved, giving the village a timeless charm that feels like something out of a fairy tale. The scenery here is truly spectacular, with sweeping views across the entire Lauterbrunnen Valley. From Wengen, visitors can admire the majestic snow-covered peaks rising against the sky, combined with lush green meadows stretching across the mountainsides. Wengen offers rich experiences throughout the year. In winter, it becomes a skiing paradise thanks to the prestigious Lauterbrunnen World Cup, while in summer it attracts travelers with more than 500 kilometers of beautiful hiking trails, especially the route between Männlichen and Kleine Scheidegg. The village is also known for events such as the Jungfrau Marathon, held every September and attracting thousands of runners who challenge themselves from Interlaken to the foot of the Jungfrau. It is an ideal destination for those seeking peace, immersion in nature, and the purest essence of Switzerland. Leaving behind the high mountain slopes of Switzerland, a lakeside village slowly appears, where beauty is reflected upon still and silent waters. Hallstatt, Austria. A small village located beside Hallstätter Sea in the Salzkammergut region, north of the Austrian Alps. with colorful wooden houses clinging to the mountain slope and reflecting on the calm lake surface. This place is considered one of the most beautiful villages in Europe. The village has a history of more than 7,000 years associated with salt mining, which once brought prosperity to the region and formed the famous Hallstatt culture in European archaeology. Today, the ancient salt mines and mountain pathways have become characteristic attractions where visitors can experience a journey through the mountain using wooden slides and modern electric trains. Hallstatt was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997 thanks to the harmonious landscape combining the Alps, the lake, and the traditional village. Visitors often walk through the small lakeside streets, admire traditional wooden houses, or take boat trips on Hallstätter Sea to experience a panoramic view of the village surrounded by the Alps. Local culture in Hallstatt is reflected through Alpine festivals, traditional Austrian cuisine, and the peaceful rhythm of a small village community. Notably, the village is also home to the Bone House in St. Michael's Church, where more than 1,000 skulls are preserved, painted with patterns and inscribed with the names of the deceased. This tradition originated because the village cemetery is quite small, so after a period of burial, the remains are moved into the ossuary for preservation, becoming a unique cultural custom of Hallstatt. From that peaceful beauty, the landscape rises more dramatically toward peaks that seem to touch the clouds. Zermatt, Switzerland. Situated at an altitude of 1,620 meters and surrounded by more than 30 peaks above 4,000 meters, Zermatt creates a majestic and overwhelming mountain setting from every angle. Most iconic of all is the Matterhorn, with its near-perfect pyramid shape, permanently covered in snow and often glowing beautifully at sunrise and sunset. Zermatt is deeply linked to the spirit of mountain conquest. From a poor agricultural village, it became a global mountaineering center after the first ascent of the Matterhorn in 1865. This heritage remains visible in the old quarter of Hinterdorf, where blackened wooden barns from the 16th century still stand on rounded stone slabs designed to keep rodents away, a clever example of Alpine adaptation. One special feature of Zermatt is that gasoline-powered cars are not allowed, keeping the air pure and the atmosphere exceptionally peaceful. Visitors can take the train up to Gornergrat for panoramic views of the Matterhorn and surrounding glaciers, or ride the cable car to Matterhorn Glacier Paradise, where snow can be enjoyed year-round. Tourism here is luxurious, yet still closely connected to nature. Traditional wooden chalets and high-end hotels are blended harmoniously with modern comforts, creating warmth amid the dramatic snowy landscape, Local cuisine is also an essential part of the experience, with specialties such as cheese fondue and raclette often enjoyed in cozy interiors overlooking the mountains. If you had the chance to visit, would you choose the flower-filled beauty of summer or the quiet white silence of winter? After the overwhelming grandeur of snowy peaks, a gentler landscape begins to appear beside clear blue water. Annecy, France. Known as the Venice of France, Annecy lies beside one of Europe's clearest lakes, surrounded by mountain ranges that create a setting both romantic and majestic. With roots dating back to the Middle Ages, Annecy was once the seat of the Counts of Geneva. Its historic architecture remains remarkably intact, with cobbled streets and the Palais de l'Asle rising from the middle of the canal as one of the town's most iconic landmarks. Annecy is a perfect blend of old-world charm and pure nature, with cobblestone lanes, pastel-colored houses, and balconies overflowing with geraniums. As you walk across the Lover's Bridge, you can catch the moment when rows of trees cast reflections over still water, where small boats drift lazily in the soft golden light. Visitors can also cycle around the lake, kayak across water so clear you can see the bottom, or simply sit by the canal with a glass of Savoy wine. Annecy carries a distinctly romantic French atmosphere, combining a slow pace of life with a refined art of living. It is also home to the Annecy International Animation Film Festival, the largest event of its kind in the world, which transforms the historic town into a modern creative space every June. That romance gradually gives way to a broader and more dramatic natural spectacle. Grindelwald, Switzerland. Grindelwald is one of the most beautiful and famous mountain villages in Switzerland, located at an altitude of about 1,034 meters. It is surrounded by imposing cliffs such as the Eiger North Face and ancient glaciers, creating a landscape that is both wild and awe-inspiring. Grindelwald began as a traditional farming village before developing into a tourist center in the 19th century. Today, its characteristic wooden chalets remain scattered across green meadows, preserving a rustic beauty within vast alpine scenery. The village opens onto the powerful spectacle of the Eiger North Face, an immense wall of rock rising more than 1,800 meters and dominating the horizon. One of the most memorable attractions is the first cliff walk, a suspension walkway clinging to the mountain face and offering spectacular views down the valley. Cable car routes to First and Jungfraujoch also open the door to the snow and ice world of the top of Europe. Grindelwald places strong emphasis on harmony with nature and sustainability. Outdoor activities are carefully managed to reduce environmental impact. Local people still maintain a traditional mountain way of life while offering modern tourism services, creating an experience that feels both authentic and comfortable. It is a destination for those who want to move, explore, and fully feel the rhythm of alpine life. Within that dramatic scenery, a more peaceful and gentle corner begins to emerge. Alpbach, Austria. Located on a sunny plateau in the Kitzbühel Alps of Tyrol in western Austria, Alpbach is a village whose architecture has been strictly regulated since the 20th century, requiring every house to be built in the traditional chalet style. This has created a rare sense of unity and visual harmony. Alpbach leaves a strong impression with its dark wooden houses, overflowing with flowers across balconies and stretching along gentle hillsides. Around them lie meadows and pine forests, while in the distance the layered Alps create a peaceful and balanced setting. In summer, the village seems covered in flowers, while winter transforms it into a quiet world of snow. The village also reflects the slow rhythm of Tyrolean life. Visitors mainly come to relax, hike, enjoy light skiing, and breathe the fresh mountain air. A unique aspect of Alpbach is that it also hosts the European Forum Alpbach, an international event focused on science, economics, and culture, creating an interesting contrast between a traditional village and modern intellectual life. Local people strongly value sustainability and the preservation of identity, from architecture to daily life and tourism, giving visitors an experience that feels genuine and intimate. It is an ideal destination for those seeking peace, elegance, and something different from the more crowded alpine villages. In a place where everything slows down and feels so peaceful, would you want to stay a little longer and fully absorb each simple moment of life here? If Alpbach makes you want to slow down within its quiet simplicity, the next place leads you into a more refined world where nature and lifestyle blend in captivating ways. Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy. Set at an elevation of 1,224 meters and surrounded by the dramatic peaks of the Dolomites, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Cortina d'Ampezzo has been a favored retreat of film stars and European aristocracy since the 1950s, creating an atmosphere of elegant dolce vita in the mountains. Cortina is framed by the Tofani and Cristallo mountain groups, where the Enrosadera phenomenon paints the cliffs in glowing colors at sunset. The wide valleys, pine forests, and winding mountain roads create a feeling that is both grand and graceful. Because the region was once part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, it offers a fascinating combination of Central European discipline and Italian romance. It is also famous for adventure sports such as via ferrata climbing and high-level skiing, all organized to exceptional standards. Cortina's cuisine reflects local tradition, especially dishes like casunzie beet-filled pasta served with melted butter, which captures the distinct flavor of the mountains. Another essential experience is drinking Prosecco in mountain huts, where visitors enjoy both the food and the natural beauty of the Dolomites. Then nature returns to its purest form, where valleys open wide and waterfalls descend from above. Lauterbrunnen, Switzerland. Lauterbrunnen lies in a classic U-shaped valley formed by ancient glaciers over thousands of years. It serves as an important gateway to elevated villages such as Wengen and Mürren, places that still preserve the peaceful character of the car-free Alps. The village is famous for more than 70 waterfalls, including the iconic Alpbach Falls, which plunge nearly 300 meters and dissolve into mist before reaching the valley floor. In contrast, the Trummelbach Falls thunder unseen inside the mountain, offering a completely different experience. Around the valley lie meadows and scattered chalets, while above them rise vertical cliffs and hanging villages, creating the multi-layered composition that defines this part of the Alps. Beyond its poetic beauty, Lauterbrunnen is also a famous destination for adventure lovers. It is considered one of the world's great centers for base jumping and paragliding, where people throw themselves into the vast valley surrounded by cliffs and waterfalls. After these adrenaline-filled moments, visitors can return to balance through local cuisine, from fresh stream fish to traditionally aged mountain cheeses that carry the taste of alpine nature. The journey closes with a setting so iconic that every line seems perfectly composed. Santa Maddalena, Italy. Hidden within the Val di Funes in Trentino Alto Adige in northern Italy, at an altitude of about 1,300 meters. Santa Maddalena is surrounded by the sharp peaks of the Odal Range, creating one of the most iconic images of the Alps. The village takes its name from Saint Maddalena and is tied to the legend of a statue carried here by a flood and stopping at this very place. It is also one of the few places where the ancient Laden culture still survives a rare blend of Italian and Tyrolean traditions that gives the village a unique identity unlike any other in Europe. Santa Maddalena makes a powerful impression with the small church of St. Johann set in the middle of meadows, backed by the steep Odal peaks in an almost perfectly composed scene. Wooden houses scattered across the hillsides, together with fields and pine forests, create a balanced and harmonious landscape loved by photographers, especially when the light reveals the full shape of the mountains behind. The village offers peaceful experiences ideal for walking, photography, and nature exploration. Gentle hiking paths pass through meadows and small hamlets, allowing visitors to truly feel the slow rhythm of mountain life in northern Italy. The fusion of Italian and Tyrolean culture is clear in the lifestyle here, refined and gentle, yet disciplined and deeply connected to the land. Visitors come not only for the scenery, but also for the honesty and unhurried rhythm of the mountain people. The cuisine reflects this blend as well, especially the smoked meat speck with its deep aroma of wood and herbs, alongside simple but high-quality dishes made from fresh, local mountain ingredients. Santa Maddalena is not only the final stop of the journey, but also the place where the spirit of the Alps lingers most completely, where natural beauty, culture, and slow living merge into an unforgettable experience. Our journey through the most beautiful villages of the Alps now slowly comes to a close, but the echoes of majestic nature, long-standing culture, and peaceful mountain life will surely remain with us for a long time. From snow-covered peaks and deep valleys to mirror-like lakes, each village is not only a destination, but also a story of its own, a delicate portrait of life in the Alps. Thank you for joining this journey, for feeling, admiring, and traveling through each beautiful landscape with us. If you enjoy content like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss the next adventures. See you again on the journeys ahead.